How to spend a Saturday morning in Adelaide. This was a morning where I was meeting up with a friend who I met online. His name is Kyle and Coffee on Instagram and TikTok. We ran into each other at the Fringe. It was that classic thing of like, oh, I think you might be this person I've seen online or not, but he had the actual social skills to come and say hi as opposed to me. But given his name is Kyle and Coffee, I had to start off with a coffee, obviously, and I took him to Altura on Grange Road. That was the first place I got a Mont Blanc coffee, and I absolutely love that, so I thought that would be the perfect spot to go. We were originally going to go to the Savers at Richmond, but then we started talking about this museum that is only open twice a month. I couldn't remember the name of it, so I looked up on my phone, and literally the first thing that opened when I put in Facebook was this place, and we took it as a sign from the universe to head there. So this is 4th floor elevator, which you can find on Grenfell Street in the CBD. So it's a beautiful old building. Actually, my parents had their wedding reception in there, and it has a whole bunch of beautiful modernist material. I feel like mid-century modern can be frowned upon as a term nowadays, but anyway, it's called a modernist museum, so I'll stick with that. There were so many cool pieces. I really love that era. There was also a fun little interactive section which had some old Ataris to play with, so we played Space Invaders for about half an hour. They also had a very cool old Dymo label and a typewriter, which was really cool. We had a nice chat with the owners, and you can just tell they are so enthusiastic and really proud of their collection, but also were telling us about a lot of other great places to check out, which I really appreciated. As with all good museums, there's also, I was going to say a gift shop, but it's more you can buy some of their thrifted items as well. There was this really cool little old calendar that I was tempted to buy, but it was a bit of a tight week money-wise, so I was sensible. But if you appreciate the past, in particular that like 50s to 70s era, I would totally recommend going here. It's $10 to enter, and if you go online, they will tell you the 2 weekends that open a month. While we were in the city, Kyle recommended that we go and visit his friend, which I was more than happy to do. So we went into the beautiful Adelaide Arcade, which is one of my favourite spots in the city. Then within Adelaide Arcade, you can find Gaze Arcade. And then we checked out Finding Nina's, which is this beautiful vintage store. This is again a lovely store where you can tell the owner is like actually a fan, which was really inspiring, seeing 2 business owners doing something that they actually love. I loved that there was a little craft section as well as a personal craft hopeless over here. I was very happy to see it. I won't lie, as someone who is plus size, I do find vintage shopping quite difficult. There is not normally a heap of stuff available. That being said, one of my all-time favourite dresses I got from the Gilly Street Market back in the day, that is, from the 60s, I think. So if you're willing to hunt, you can definitely find some things. But I still really appreciate amazing fashion, which Finding Nina has in spades. There was actually this beautiful male plaid navy suit that I was almost considering buying, but then I knew I'd have to get them taken up, and it was all a bit too much for the mental load at the time, but maybe next time I go back, if they're there, I think that is a sign I should buy them. I really loved the decorations in the store as well, and the changing room was so beautiful, and there was some beautiful wallpaper on the back. I love wallpaper so much. That is the next thing I need to hassle my husband about, actually, because I would love to have some in our house. But yes, definitely if you are into vintage in Adelaide, come and check out Finding Nina, and definitely follow Kyle and Coffee online as well, because he is such a big vintage person and I genuinely absolutely love his content. Then I went for a little bit of a walk around the city before I had a lunch. I love living in Adelaide.